Hello, good people. Good to see you once again. Now, guess what? Being successful in life, there are some of the factors that you have to consider and put them into place. Now, on this video, I'm going to take you through 4 critical people that you must have them by your side for you to be termed as a successful person. You see, most of the problem that people do is that you encircle yourself with average people, the same people, and then yourself you're expecting a different result. And guess what? All what you need to do is sit back, relax, and watch this video to the end for you to understand exactly. Now, who are these exactly people that you need them by your side, and where exactly can you be able to get them? So let's get into this business. All right, the point number 1 is that you need people who tells you the truth. What exactly does it mean? See, most of the people nowadays, they are so emotional. Most of the things nowadays, they are becoming so emotive, and whenever you get an individual who is telling you the truth, not what you want to hear, you find these people are termed as either they are not the truth, or people are saying that they are out of their senses and they are being termed or given some names that are quite funny. What you need to do in life, you need that individual who tells you the truth exactly. If an individual finds you, and by the way, these guys who tell you the truth happen to be the true friends. Somebody who tells you, hey, you know what? I think you said like you want to start a business somewhere. Fine, that's amazing. I support it. But guess what? I think if you do this or the other, this one will be much better compared to this and this because I have this and this and that. You get the point? Or somebody tells you, with that character that you're having, getting into business without you changing that character, gonna make you or gonna mean you more harm than actually good. Get an individual who tells you the truth at all the times. These are the people sometimes we may not put up with them, but if you're wise enough to realize this individual is telling me the truth, irrespective of whether I do have a feelings or emotions towards that or not. Those are the guys that actually, sometimes back then I used to have a very rough time, especially if you have a problem with self-esteem, and then you get somebody who is telling you the truth. You tend to realize these guys are motivated by jealousy. You get to realize, or sometimes people say that these guys tend to be proud, and that is not the truth. These guys are not they don't have the pride. What they do is that they are guys who tells you the truth irrespective of whatever you're doing out there. All right, so let's go to the point number 2. But before we do that, exactly, do you know that I always post a video each and every day? So if you would like not to miss any of my good videos in future, do this. It doesn't cost you anything and it's free of charge. Down below there on your right, there is a very small button written subscribe. It is in black. Hit that magical button and turn that notification bell, as well as liking this video. And by doing only that, you get to be notified by YouTube whenever I upload a new good video. So let's go on. Number 2, you need to have a critic. Have you ever met these guys in life that are so critical, or they criticize everything and anything that you do? But if you're not smart enough to realize these guys are critic, you may think that these guys operate under what we call jealousy, something of sort. So these guys, you really need a critic in your life, because only critics makes you perfect. For example, if maybe you didn't know, you see these hotels, we call them the 5 stars, 4 stars, and what have you. The reason as to why they surely retain that stars, yeah, it is because, by the way, they can be able to lose that star. The reason as to why they maintain that 5-star is because critics usually come to that place, they criticize that food that they're selling, they criticize all the services, they criticize anything that goes on in that place. The name or the whole aspect of them criticizing that place is just to make sure that people are getting far much better quality services out of that specific place as they are claiming. So you encircling yourself or having critics in your life actually means that they're gonna sharpen you, and you have to be very smart. This one I have to give you a disclaimer. For you to accommodate a critic in your life, you have to be very smart and realize these guys are just critics in my life. And sometimes I usually tend to go and do have a critic in my life, and I love to go and approach them and tell them, hey, you know what, this is what I'm thinking and this is what I'm gonna do. I always know these guys, they will tell me something, most of the negative thing. They tell me, hey, you think you can do that? No, that one cannot be done, and all those kind of things. And whenever they tell you that, they kind of give you the zeal, the motivation to know, hey, you know what, I really need to do that thing. Sometimes when I make this video, somebody can just comment on the comment section and tell me, hey, you know what, Joseph, I don't like the camera angle, I don't like the way you talk. And they're just commenting on the things that are far from whatever I'm talking. Have you ever met those kind of guys? Right now, for example, I'm making this video about 4 guys or 4 people you must encircle yourself with to be successful. They don't even pay attention about that. All what they pay attention is how are you dressed, and like, okay, fine, you're telling us how to invest, or where have you invested, in all those kind of areas. They're like, hey, you know what, I think if you can maybe improve. They just comment on the things that are so much irrelevant in your life. And if you can be able to understand, those are just but critics in your life, and they are just there. Some of them, sure, they may mean harm, but others, they are just there to make sure that you are better than you usually think. And most cases you find these critics happens to be our family members, most of them. Others happen to be the closest friend that we have. Maybe we were born with people who know us a lot and all those kind of. Sometimes they can be total strangers, right? So those are the guys that actually make you do better than you actually being doing. All right, now that graduates us to the point number 3, which is you need to have a darer in your life. I have been talking for quite a long time here on this channel that you see, in life you don't really need to play over safe. You know, there are people who really play safe in life when it comes to investment, when it comes to starting something. You just want to have all the factors by your side for you to make a move. Say you are out there and you've been you've tried and you have some money you've set aside and you want to start. You're a very young guy out there, and then you're trying to find all the factors fit for anything that you want to do. If it's a location about starting a business, you want to be there, have the best location. You have to have the best landlady or landlord. You want to have the best quality products. You have to have the best clients and customers who do not even disturb you. You want to have all those factors put together. That's not the truth. It's not a typical life, or what happens that can only happen in a utopian dream. So the point is this: it is good to understand that you cannot be able to have all the factors actually considering all the factors by your side. Some of them you have to disregard them for you to get started. So you need to have that kind of an individual whom you tell, hey, you know what, I'm thinking to start a podcast. They tell you, you know what, let's go ahead. How much do we think we need for that? Okay, like 100K, 200, fine, let's go do that. I want to start a business, fine. You can just go ahead and do it. But anyway, be considerate. Consider some this and this and the other, because I had something. You see, these guys who are there, I mean, do you have a friend like that who, whenever you tell them that you want to start something, they tell you, go ahead and do it. You tell them, no matter how crazy that specific business is, they are always by your side. Those are the guys whom I really, really love in life, because they are guys who actually give you motivation. And those are the guys who actually stay by your side and see you succeed. And some of them, they can just jump into the wagon and do something in terms of contribution. Maybe you can go into that business, a partnership or something of sort. So if you're having a darer in your life, these are the guys who do not play by the book. You know, playing by the book is this. You see, where we went to the kindergarten since we were young until when we went to the universities and what have you, we graduated. We have actually been programmed to actually believe in that, hey, you have to play safe, you have to be sure, don't just give an answer, give a correct answer and all those kind of things. So you kind of programmed, so by the end of the day, you're this kind of an individual who is not you. You see, the life of education, the mainstream education that you usually have, vis-a-vis the reality of life, there are two different things. They don't go hand in hand. If you were to incorporate that what you study in school into the real life, in terms of you doing businesses, you can never start anything. Because let's just dissect whatever is offered in the schools. The schools, they are told you tackle the questions by yourself. You are told, hey, you know what, don't just give us an answer, give a correct answer. You know, are told all those kind of things, perfection, perfection, perfection. But in real life, may say we want to get started into businesses, investments, you really do not have that correct answer. You do not know. Okay, say you want to import things from China, you're not sure. All what you do is prospecting the market that they're gonna be receptive to your idea. So you're not sure about what you're doing. All what you do is that you got the zeal to put you moving. Again, you have the hope within you, and you have that what we call, you can accommodate a certain percentage of risk. And again, you know what you're doing out there in a little bit in perspective of you've actually made what we call a calculated move. So when it comes to life, you need to have that individual who is a darer or something, who actually can do something no matter how big or bigger it may seem to be. Because remember, there's some quote that says that darers are winners but quitters, they're never. All right, the last one but not the least, you need to have yourself a challenger. A challenger is an individual who is already where you would like to be. This individual gives you the zeal and the reason to be where they are. And let's say you want to be a content creator. You pick one content creator and say, hey, this is a guy whom I'm looking forward into them being my mentor. Can be a direct mentor, can be somebody who motivates you, and can be an individual who is already where you want to be. And then keep on checking on what they do each and every day. Try to simulate that deep inside of yourself. If that mentor that you have, or it's able to be approachable, and have them in your life, maybe in terms of conversation, so be it. And that actually can actually be better for your life. So the point is this: have a challenger who is challenged you in this life. And I always tell people, whenever you're starting a business or an investment, have somebody who is at par with you, Okay, have somebody who is actually below you so that you can be motivated and say, hey, you know what, I do appreciate where I am right now, and have somebody who is above you to actually look forward into where you are going. That's the reality of life, because if you combine all those aspects, that is, I'm telling you, it's no way less than you being successful. So what's my point? What's my parting shot? My parting shot is this: if you remain to the comfort zone that you want to stay there, you don't want to make a difference, you do not want to draw close new people into your life so that at least you can have a whole conclusion. Because let me tell you one secret: whenever it comes to success, it has a lot of factors that you have to play in. Last video that I was making here, I was telling you, you need to be able to manage your thing, be able to invest, to scale it down, to maintain and retain. I gave you all those factors. Those now are internal factors. Okay, and you see, success is made up of both internal and external factors. You need to have them all together. Internally, you need to be a disciplined person. You need to know how to sacrifice. You need to be a consistency person. At the same time, externally, you need to surround yourself with people who are on the same mission as you. Because if you encircle yourself with guys who are actually, they fear, they don't want to make a difference, they don't want to make a try, they don't want to do nothing, and then in the process you're calling yourself, you're on a journey to be successful, then that can be a can be a little bit of hard for you to do so. Because, hey, you know what? Some of the people out there, they just want to know, they know that they won't be successful, but majority of them do not know exactly how to do that. Guess what? That's the end of my video. And guess what? It's not the end of me posting new videos. Take your time, subscribe to this video. And if you'd like to have a conversation with me, my number is on the description of this specific video. Grab that number, give me a call. You can get my booklets on investments. A copy goes for $280. Or if you want to have a conversation with me, it's only for a cup of coffee. And for now, it's a goodbye. And don't forget to wait for the next video. See ya.